Properties for under $500,000 in North Vancouver. You might be thinking there's no way you're gonna find quality in that price range. Well, it depends. One of the ways to get ahead in real estate is being able to add value to a property. In this video, I'm gonna show you what you can get in North Vancouver for under $500,000. And we're gonna compare those properties that are on the market right now to what similar updated properties have recently sold for. And at the end, I'm gonna share how getting into a property like this can be one of the best ways for you to get into the market and start building your investment portfolio. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about real estate in Vancouver, subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications to be the first to learn what's going on in the current market. My name is Megan Becker, local realtor. Myself and my team get calls every day from people looking to make this incredible city their home. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, text, or email, and I'm excited to take you on a tour of the best city in Canada. Let's head over to the computer and look for some deals in North Vancouver. So North Vancouver is separated into two areas. You've actually got the city of North Vancouver and the district of North Vancouver. So the city is roughly this area in here, and then the district encompasses everything else and then goes up into the mountains. So the biggest difference for ease of explaining is if you're purchasing a lot, it is really the bylaws in what you can build in where. So for the sake of this video, it doesn't really matter when we're looking at $500,000 condos. So we're gonna start in this area called Pemberton. So it is in the western part of North Vancouver, and it's a really great area. So this is Stanley Park here. This is Vancouver down here, so downtown Vancouver is here. You can drive through Stanley Park, over the Lions Gate Bridge, and then essentially you're at this area here. So there is a complex here. It's 5 buildings. They were built in the 70s, and there's quite a few properties listed in here. And what I like about this area is you're really well connected. You have super easy access onto Highway 1. If you are heading up to Squamish or Whistler, you're heading up here, or other areas in West Vancouver. If you want to head downtown, obviously go through Stanley Park. If you want to head out east into the valley, you just go east on Highway 1 here. We'll zoom in this area a little bit more. You're just off of the Capilano River here, so close to trails. That's the one thing that people really love about North Vancouver is really the lifestyle. You are essentially living at the base of a mountain. This is the first property that we're going to look at, Unit 1805 2016 Fullerton here. So this complex is called Woodcroft Estates, and like I said, it was built in the 70s, and there's units of varying stages. There's studios, 1 beds, 2 beds, and they range in condition like any older type of building. So this one just sold this month. It's a 1 bed, 1 bath, 654 square feet, sold for $495,000. So let's just take a quick look at the photos. As you can see, 18th floor, you're gonna get some pretty decent views here. These are your towers, like the different addresses, the different buildings here. So newer-ish floors and updated kitchen here. They've opened up this wall here in the kitchen, made it a little bit more open. Looks like replaced the counters, appliances. Can't totally tell if they replaced the cupboards or they just refinished and painted them. Looks like they definitely replaced the doors there. Obviously did the flooring. And so it's definitely been updated bathroom. Not super recent updated, but it's definitely not original. Really great views here. Then we have our second property. This is a different building. This is Unit 801 2004 Fullerton Ave. 1 bed, 1 bath, 587 square feet, and it just sold for $490,000. So let's take a quick look at this one. So a little bit more open of a kitchen here, definitely replaced cabinets, appliances, floor, nice open concept there. Updated-ish bathroom, we'll call it that. Again, good size balcony there, some decent views. Obviously not as high up, you're on the 8th floor, but decent there. So that's what properties are selling for, ones that have been renovated to some extent or another. This one has, I would say, a higher quality renovation than the first one, but this one is smaller. So that's, you know, the difference in price is what we're seeing there. All right, this is the first active property in that complex that's on the market right now. It's on the market for $449,000. So it's a 1 bed, 1 bath, 534 square feet. So we'll take a quick look at at this one here. So this is on the 9th floor. Pretty cluttered, so it's harder to tell, but looks more original. You've got carpet, you've got likely what is original tile, older style kitchen, older bathroom again. Oftentimes you might be wondering, why are they listing with such, not great photos? A lot of times what can happen is if properties are tenanted and then the listing agent needs to take photos with the tenant in there, tenants don't have an incentive to sell. And so oftentimes if you find properties that you're like, this doesn't show well, or why is it so cluttered? Oftentimes that is what happens there. So this one, you can tell there's definitely some opportunity to put some money in. And this is what I'll sit down with clients that are looking for properties to invest in is, okay, what type of work would you need to do to get this property up to, say, the potential of those first 2 properties, and figuring out where that difference is in being able to sit down. So if you're curious about how I do that with clients, feel free. All my info is in the description box below, so please reach out and I would love to have a chat and further dive into my process there to really figure out what type of properties make sense here. Next one that's on the market, again, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 643 square feet. So this one's a little bit larger here, on the market for $449,000 as well. So we'll look through here. Looks like this one has updated the floors. Original kitchen though, original appliances. So it looks like they've redone some of the floor. That might even be original flooring, but obviously carpet looks probably original there. Looks somewhat run down. So opportunity absolutely to add value in this property, and at a price of $449,000. Again, there might be a little bit of room there. And this one's been on the market for about 30 days now. So I always tell my clients, the longer a property has been on the market, the more negotiable the seller has to be if they actually truly want to sell. All right, here's another one in the same complex. 1 bed, 1 bath. This one is quite a bit larger at 725 square feet. It's on the market for $479,000. So let's take a quick look here. So opened this up, newer appliances here. Not sure if that's all original floor or they might have replaced what's in the kitchen. The carpet doesn't look original. Sometimes it's hard to tell from the photos, but nice open kitchen, eat up bar. So this is what's on the market as a renovated product right now. Good looking bathroom, decent sized balcony again. So this one looks like it's actually priced fairly well. Looking at the other properties that we're looking at, it's been on the market for 2 weeks now. So I would be curious to see if they've had any offers or if they do have any conditional offers on it. Okay, last property that we're gonna look at in this complex here. Again, another 1 bed, 1 bath, 683 square feet, on the market for $490,000. So great views. This one's on the 11th floor here. Pretty large balcony. It's a carpet floor in the main living area. Original kitchen. Based on what I'm seeing, I think this one is going to be sitting on the market for a while. Just looking at what's selling around that price range and what's currently else is on the market. Okay, let's head back over to the map here, and we're gonna head a little bit east. We're gonna go into one of my favorite areas, Lolo, also known as Lower Lonsdale. And this is a really great area. This is the shipyards here, and it's a really fun area. There's restaurants and coffee shops. There's a ton of stuff to do in that area. The SeaBus from downtown Vancouver actually goes right into there. It's a 12-minute passenger ferry ride that goes every about 15 minutes back and forth from Cole Harbor to the quay in Lower Lonsdale there. And there's so much to do there. It's very walkable, lots of amenities, like I said, restaurants and things like that. And so we're going to take a look at a couple properties in and around this area. First one we're going to look at is 212 Forbes Ave. So we'll zoom in a little bit more just to give you a better idea of exactly the area here. So really this whole area here, all the way further east, and kind of circling around in this area. So this is Lolo. This is a really great neighborhood. Like I said, this is the area that's very walkable and it's on a slope. So we start here at the water, and then as you go up north, you're gonna get a little bit of elevation. And so in and around these areas here, there's a lot of older kind of 70s, 80s, the 4-story buildings. People like them a lot of times, especially if you're not on a main road. It's a quieter neighborhood. Like I said, very walkable, close to the water. So Forbes Ave is the one that we're going to look at first here. So we have here a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 643 square feet, built in 1977, currently on the market for $479,000. So let's take a quick look. So newer floors here. This is a very large sectional in the living room there. Looks like they have updated the kitchen. Not super recently, but they've definitely updated it here. I mean, if you're not a fan of the wood, I mean, put it in the comments. I'm curious. Do you guys prefer the dark oak, like the dark wood kitchens, or do you like white, maybe like a more lighter color? I'm curious. Lots of storage here. Primary bedroom here. Bathroom's been updated, which is nice. Storage room, patio, and then just in a really, really great area here. Okay, let's head a little further east to 241 St. Andrews. We're gonna look at a couple properties in this building here. And again, very similar area. We're a couple blocks up from the water there. Zoom in a little bit here. This park is really nice, Emerald Park here. So like I mentioned, this is on a hill. So 3rd Street, there's like stairs that you can kind of walk down. You almost feel like you're very secluded here. And there's like a children's playground. You can walk all the way down and it's really nice and sloped. You have some views of the water in there. It's a really, really nice area. Okay, this was a ground floor level unit that just sold for $450,000. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 649 square feet here. So let's just take a quick look through photos here. Newer floors here. It's nicely staged. Likely they've painted here, but kitchen looks to be original. It looks like they just painted the fronts of the cabinets here. I mean, they don't even have the fronts here, and they're missing a couple drawers. Missing some closet doors there. Looks to be original. Bathroom here, likely with some paint. Nice they have the floor plan here. And it is shared laundry. This building, interestingly enough, so all the units, they don't come with in-suite laundry, but you can ask for strata approval, and you can put a washer dryer in the unit, which is really nice. I know I've helped clients purchase other units in older buildings like this that have shared laundry, and that was actually part of our due diligence period, was we wanted to confirm with the strata that clients could actually put a washer dryer, because that was a non-negotiable for them. So, and that's why I don't rule out buildings like this if clients are, because even for me, having a washer dryer in suite, non-negotiable. That's why I don't always rule out buildings. I don't filter them out when I'm searching for clients, because exactly like in this case, if we can get the property at the right price and clients can put in their own washer and dryer, you basically get the property that you want there. Okay, next property that just sold in the same building. This one sold for $503,000. 1 bed, 1 bath. 623 square feet, so over 500,000. Let's take a quick look here. So they have done the floors, they have redone the kitchen here. They've opened up a wall in the kitchen. They've staged this really nice. They've added this. Not sure if this is built-in feature. It looks like it's probably removable, so seller would likely take that with them. But this piece along the wall is likely built in. Same thing with the shelving over the counter there. Newer appliances. View of the water there. So you're overlooking St. Andrews right there. Updated bathroom. So it gives us an idea. So let's take a look at what's on the market right now, active listings in that complex. So this is a 2nd floor unit, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 658 square feet, currently on the market for $439,000. So let's take a quick look here. I really like this color of flooring. So we've got some darker floors. I'm curious with you guys, do you like the dark color flooring? I really like this color of flooring here. I probably wouldn't pair it with a darker color of wall, but curious, do you like the darker hardwood? Do you prefer the lighter, more neutral? Do you like the gray? Do you like the pine? I guess it depends on the property, but for these condos, I mean, the nice thing about the lighter colors is a lot of times the lighter just makes things look bigger. That's why I'm not a huge fan of this darker feature wall, is it makes things look a little bit smaller. But nonetheless, we're not here to talk about interior design, but I do love talking about that, and I love just seeing properties and seeing what you can do with different spaces to really show off a property in its best light. So they've done a few things to the kitchen here, not a ton. Looks to be like they might have just replaced the hardware on the cabinets. Looks to be original counters, original floors, likely some paint. Obviously they've added this backsplash. Replace the fridge, maybe replace the counter in the bathroom. Sometimes it's hard to tell here. All right, last property in this complex, we're another main floor unit here, 1 bed, 1 bath, 649 square feet here on the market for $449,900. So we'll take a quick look through here. So tile floor. The nice thing about the ground floor units is you have the patio space, which for people that have pets is a very attractive feature. You can just let your pet out into the little patio area, which is really nice. Looks to be some updates in the kitchen. Can't really tell exactly how much. Newer dishwasher, probably original sink. Obviously they've replaced the backsplash and the cabinet fronts here. Not super updated appliances here. Interesting color choices. Some updates in the bathroom here. I'm curious for you guys, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer the ground floor unit for, let's just say, $500,000? Or would you take the second floor unit for $440,000? Put it in the comments. And before we head back to the map here, if you're enjoying this video and you like seeing me break down properties like this, value what you can get, I would love for you to hit the like button and please subscribe so it tells YouTube that you're enjoying this content and it gives me motivation to keep making more of this content for you guys. Okay, heading back over to the map and we're gonna head a little further north into central Lonsdale. So let's zoom a little bit further into the area, just north of Lionsgate Hospital, and you've got amenities, you've got Loblaws, you've got grocery stores, there's London Drugs and a shopping area in that little area right there. All right, here we are, 1 bed, 1 bath, built in 1971, 702 square feet currently on the market for $480,000. So this is a smaller strata unit here. Some decent updates. I like the fireplace, pretty standard kitchen. This looks like late 90s, early 2000s update based on the color. Updated bathroom, which is nice. And the nice thing is, if you're not a huge fan of the colors, that's a very easy fix. You can throw on some paint. Just the white brightens everything up, especially maybe you want to change the blue in the bedroom there. All right, back to the map, and we're gonna head further east over to the Linmore area. And again, another area that I really like. We'll zoom in here. Again, this is Highway 1. So up here, we're going towards Whistler Squamish. Down here, we're going further east into the valley. We're going to Burnaby, Tri-Cities. You can get to downtown Vancouver that way. And if you want to head out to the Mount Seymour Parkway, you're going to get to Deep Cove. You can get up to Mount From. You can get up to Seymour Mountain. Other hiking trails, mountain biking trails, skiing up at Mount Seymour. And then you've got Lynn Canyon up north here. This is Lynn Creek, some great trails close to the river there. All right, 1 bed, 1 bath, built in 1968, 742 square feet, on the market for $475,000 here. So we've got to look at the floor plan there. So there's about 130 units in this building. It's a 3-story complex here. A little bit of a balcony there, patio. They're all fairly similar layout. Everything was fairly similar in that like late 60s, 70s era as far as condo layout. Some updates in the bathroom there. So it gives you an idea, just depending on where you want to be. If you're commuting to other areas, this might be an attractive area. You're just on the north side of the Ironworkers Bridge. All right, and we're gonna head over to our last property here. We're gonna go further east into an area called Rock Point. And I have very good friends that live down in this area, and they live in the mountains. They work in North Van, and they live right in this area, not in this complex, but they're very close to here. And their work is about a 15-minute walk from here. And they will often just every day I see her posting Instagram stories. They're either hiking or biking, or they're trail running. They have a dog. They're on the paddleboard. It's so close to the water there, and that's one of the reasons why they love this area. It's a little bit quieter. There's not as many amenities around this area compared to like a lower Lonsdale area. But if you're somebody that loves being in the trails and wants to basically get on your mountain bike at your property and be in the trails in 10 minutes, this might be like the ideal location for you. So we'll zoom in a little bit further. As you can see here, you know, grab your paddleboard and walk a few minutes straight to the beach. You're gonna get some great sunsets coming in from the west there. You can head up to Deep Cove. It's one of the areas that I love paddleboarding in the early morning. You get the sunrise over the mountains from the east there. Let's take a look at this one. So second floor unit, 3629 Deercrest Drive. So this is a studio, that's why it says 0 bedrooms. So it's a studio with 1 bath, 508 square feet, on the market for $419,000. And then this one's a little bit newer than what we've previously been looking at. This one's built in 1999. So let's take a look through the photos here. So nice open kitchen. This one wasn't staged, completely vacant. Not sure exactly the story behind this one, but you can tell these are original cabinets. This is the late 90s, early 2000s color decor there. all original. You've got in-suite laundry, a little balcony, got a nice patio space here, fitness center in the complex. So I hope you got value from this and really got an idea. If you're looking for properties around this price range and you love being in North Van, gives you a little bit of an idea of the different areas and the property types and what you can position yourself to get into in the market. And this is the conversation that I have with clients, is that with purchasing a property like this, like let's take, for example, maybe that very last one or one of the ones that needs a little bit of work, we can purchase that. You have the ability to actually do what's called a purchase plus improvements mortgage, which essentially allows you to get your renovation costs lumped up into your mortgage. So we find you a property, let's say one of the ones that's around that $450 mark, and you then will help you purchase it. You get that purchase plus improvement mortgage. You put maybe $25,000 of renos in, or $20,000 or $30,000, whatever makes sense there. You live in it for maybe 2 or 3 years. Then by that time, likely the market has increased. In North Van, typically we've seen year-over-year increases around that 3 to 4%. And then you have either the option of selling the property and taking the equity and taking the funds, putting it into something larger, or you have the option of maybe taking out some of that equity, qualifying for another mortgage, keeping that current property, putting a tenant in and renting it. And if that's the plan too, I always tell clients there's a difference between renovating a property if you're planning on living in it long term versus having a tenant in it. Really, all a tenant cares about is it clean, is it in good condition, and is there a decent amount of upgrades? You know, the amount of quality that you're going to put in for a tenant versus personal use is going to vary. And so that's something that I have the conversation with for my clients, if this is the strategy that they're going to apply to get into the market. And like with any real estate investing, you've got multiple exit strategies there. So if you're curious about how I have these conversations with my clients and just provide them different options and different strategies of getting into the market and what that can look like for a long game, all my info is in the description box below. And if you're considering making a move to this area in general, I would love to have the conversation. So please reach out, and remember to like and subscribe to this video because it tells YouTube that you're enjoying this content. So thanks for sticking around, and until next time. I'm actually jumping on a Zoom call with a couple colleagues, and we're going to talk about some development opportunities taking advantage of the new multiplex proposal. So if you're curious about that too, I'd love for you. Hit me up. Info's in the description box. Talk to you next time.